Hey guys, welcome back to Mediocre Arts and Crafts. Thanks for joining me. I want to apologize for being out for a week or 10 days or so. I went on vacation week before last, and then last week was just really busy at work. And I think that even if I hadn't gone on vacation the week prior, it would have been really busy at work. So I didn't have a chance to film, but I do have some projects coming up that I thought I would give you a little peek at, or kind of show you what I'm up to. So I have gotten a few items in, and let's start with this guy. Now, this is a Dress My Craft punch, and I got this through the Maymay Made It store. And it comes with this little extra sequins shaker kind of mix. It's got sequins in it, but it's also got some just little metallic shapes and things, and it's super cute. This looks greenish, and I'm sure to use that. And I noticed this punch when the store first got it in, and then of course it went out of stock. It wasn't fast enough. So I was lucky to pick it up this time, and I just wanted to break it out. I haven't used it yet. So a border punch really is pretty simple to use. I'm trying to get in screen but also see it. So it creates a border to this paper, and then you can just line it up with these little designs on the side, and as long as you get it pretty closely lined up, let's see, it's hard to see from this angle, then you should be able to create the border all the way across the page. So it looks pretty seamless. I'm sure that if I was on top of it, it would look a little better. But so you get the idea. Is you just move it across, and you can create a border. This one in particular, I got kind of excited about when I saw it for the first time in the store. It specifically, let's see, I don't know what I'm doing. Just think. I noticed like years ago when I started watching Maymay's videos that she used a punch like this on an altered composition book, and I'll see if I can find that video and load it or link it down below. And it had bigger circles, but it was a lot like this, and I got pretty excited when I saw the design of this one, because I haven't seen one since. So I am excited about this guy, and I probably will use him. Sorry, it's very hot in here today. So there's that. Let's put him aside over here. This one. And so from the Maymay store, I also purchased these Elizabeth Craft dry adhesives. So this is the, is it a 1/4 inch? 10 millimeter. And this is a really great price, and it is really sticky. So it is a really great tape, and it's easy to tear with the backing on. So that's why I like it a lot. And I also picked up some of these 6x6 sheets. The most clever use for these that I have found is when you are creating, when you're cutting intricate dies, you can take the backing off of this, put it on your cardstock, and cut out whatever the die is, and then you would automatically have a piece of or a almost like a sticker, because the complete surface of the back is covered in adhesive. I don't know about you, but when I use die cuts that are like this guy, I do have a hard time trying to decide. Even when I use a fine metal tip, I'm not sure if I need to, you know, just run it through some glue or use my finger or what. And so using this method really helps, and I can demonstrate that for sure if anybody's interested in that. But that is why I was why specifically I picked up this 6x6 sheets. So the next thing I have is this little guy. This is some maple leaf sequins, and I'm not sure if you can yeah, you can't really see it very well. It is maple leaf sequins, and I am putting this in some shakers. I don't know if you follow Brittany from BB's Crafts. She's hosting a swap. Now the swap is closed, and this is the first time I am participating in one of her swaps, but I'm super excited about it. This one I will be making some shakers. It's an embellishment swap for fall and then one for Halloween. So I'll be making some shakers out of these little dies from Lawn Fawn with these maple leaves. And then I will be using this gal here for the for a silhouette to make another shaker that's in kind of like a round or oval frame, and put some shaker bits in that. And then I'm doing a couple of rosettes. Now we have a couple of things that I wanted to share that I did not purchase. These two things were free. I don't know when. I'm pretty sure this was Christmas in July, so it must have been in July. And it was free. This envelope was also free. I've gotten a couple of these now. Scrapbooks.com generally has something under their coupons and deals that are free of charge. This and this paper pad both I got, I think, in the same order. And so these two free items happen to overlap. And so I kind of keep an eye on things. I put one or two items into my scrapbooks.com cart, and you know, while I'm watching for sales or doing comparison shopping online, I'll just leave them in my scrapbook.com cart. And then when they have things like this that I would be interested in and had items that I was going to purchase anyway, then I go ahead and submit my order. So I've received some other things in the past. I think today they have a glitter pop, which is like a glitter drop that dries to make embellishments. I have received some other paper packs. I think a Lawn Fawn paper pack. Sometimes they have dies. Last winter they had some Christmas stamps. So keep your eye out on scrapbook.com, even if you don't do a lot of shopping on that site. If you are interested in you know, items that are there, you know, keep them in your cart and wait until something comes up that's free of charge. It's a little bonus. Sometimes when I do it, I think, oh, well, that at least pays for the price of shipping. So now the next things I have are some stamps, of course. So these are from Colorado Craft Company. And this is a special edition set. I don't know if it's special edition, but they did a pre-order on this one, I think in February. And it has some really interesting quotes. The real reason that I picked this one up is that it has one of my favorite quotes that I kind of go to and lean on in my life. And it is a Martin Luther King quote, and it says, "I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear." So that's kind of one of those things that pops up for me when I hear the word hate or we're talking about hate, and I got really excited. And then, of course, just recently learning about Amanda Gorman. It has a quote from her, and so I'm going to make something out of this set in the next few weeks. Additionally, I picked up this little guy, and this is a Get Well set. Let's see here. There you go. And it says, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Hope you're feeling better soon. And then it's got a couple of other things. The key to juggling life is to do it with grace. And you do it so well. So, of course, it's got a little mouse. They have a whole set of mice that are doing food things. So they have mice at a like at with a Sunday bar and desserts. They have mice that are drinking coffee. So they are really cute. You should check them out. I can link them below. I don't know if these are in stock. I know that I picked these up and they were delivered a few weeks ago. So next I have these two stamp sets from Maymay Made It. This one is called Santa's Stuck Again. I love a stamp set with a fireplace. So it's got a fireplace and a chimney and some stockings and a little reindeer and a few little sayings. So I have not got to designing in my head what I'm going to make with this yet, but I am super excited about that. And then I have some of these, they're called more big time sayings. So there's a big time saying set, and this is more big time sayings. And it's got some pretty large sentiments and some pretty decent sized little phrases to go with them. It's terrific, phenomenal, fantastic, and sensational. And I've been using the word fantastic a lot lately. I'm not really sure where I picked it up from, but these are great for pairing with just some paper that you have that's designer paper that you want to cut up and make some cards, and the sentiments can be, you know, kind of specific or very like wishing you a happy birthday, or just kind of make today fantastic, which is a kind of general upbeat sentiment that you can keep on hand on a card to kind of send out to anyone that you're thinking about. So those are those, and I'll be making some cards with those. This thing is something I'm excited about, and I don't know if any of you happen to make videos, but I have been looking on the internet, on Etsy, YouTube, Pinterest, wherever, Amazon, at social media planners and some different things. And I've been using a sketchbook to sketch out projects. So I get a project idea and I take the sketchbook out and I really kind of draw all over it. Here's some stuff. This is me sketching out ideas for that swap that I was just talking about. And also, going back to the swap, I'm going to link Brittany's channel below as well. She does a lot of amazing stuff. She does a lot of 3D projects, and she does a lot of layering, which I don't feel like I'm really good at. So I watch her, and I just like everything goes together so seamlessly in her projects. And so again, she's the one that's hosting the swap that I was talking about. And so here you see I was sketching out 2 or 3 or 4 different ideas for the swap, and I realized that I really need somewhere to do my little doodles, where I can take a full page and take it to the craft table, have my ideas, know what supplies I need. I'm going to be using this to put a theme, like a name for the project, a category for the project. So for me, that would be like card, home decor, mini album, and I can't remember what I was going to put here, card theme. So if it's like 4th of July or Christmas or whatever it is. So I'm going to have that. And then I am going to put the supplies that I need here. And probably, if I think about it, or if I know when I'm sketching it, I'll put dimensions here. So maybe like Brutus Monroe Raven cardstock, 6x2. And then, so that's for all of the supplies. And this area would be for anything that I need. So if I want a bunch of green ribbon and I don't have a lot of green ribbon, then I'm going to put that here so I remember. And then when I have all the supplies, I'm going to mark it off here. And when I have it all prepped, I do, some of the cutting and the pre-work before I film, then I'm going to, mark it off here. And this might be for a date. I haven't decided yet. But this is clearly just a large area where I can make some sketches. So, whether that is trying to figure out how to put a card base together or how to put pages in a mini album together in a different way. And of course I could use the backside. And so I'm going to start keeping these in a little folder. And then when I'm done with them, I'm going to put them away, and maybe over time I can revisit them and use them for inspiration in the future. So that's my handmade project planner sheet. I am going to go ahead and do a social media planning sheet too. I use Canva for this. I use Canva for my thumbnails on YouTube and Instagram and all the places. And it's basically just, stock shapes that you move over and print out. All right, this is getting longer than I anticipated, but I am going to show you a couple more things. So these are the Tim Holtz Ideology vignette boxes. These are great for little shadow boxes. So of course, shadow box, I automatically think of Christmas. I have a ton of bottle brush trees, things like that. But there are also a couple of different paper pads that I've gotten recently, like the Craft and Create one from Stephen Duncan, the Cartabella, that I'd like to kind of put something together, just to kind of make a homemade decoration and put it on the shelf or put it next to the TV or wherever you want. And so I'm going to be working with these in the next few weeks, but I really think that it is going to be primarily just pretty simple using paper packs. I think Minte packs would be really great for decorating something like this, making some layered dimension, and just making some little scenes. So that's fun. And I got some paints in. Now, I've been doing watercolor for a little bit. I stamp and then watercolor mostly. And I'm going to use watercolor paint. I like to use it opaque or, you know, so it's really kind of thick and not as translucent as a standard watercolor wash looks. So for me, I don't know a ton about paint, and I don't know a ton about watercolor, but I picked up this Chromatech set, and it comes with a couple brushes and a palette, a workbook, and and of course the paints in tubes. So if you haven't used watercolor in a tube, you just you can leave it on the palette to dry, just like the little pans that you get, like, you know, when you're younger. And I used to get them from, I think, the grocery store. And so you can create your own palette. You can also, of course, mix them. And I'm going to try these out. So if you're interested in kind of just an example, if you're interested in watercolor at all, I have these ones. Additionally, I have these two sets. And so I love the Derwent pencils, the Inktense pencils, the Colorsoft pencils. I just love this brand. And so I went ahead and picked up this metallic paint pan set, and it has 12 colors in it. I don't think I've even opened it yet. Let's see. So here are the colors. And I additionally picked up this one. And so I don't know if they're exactly the same colors, but they're both metallic watercolor. And I thought that I would go ahead and do a side-by-side, probably Try It Tuesday video of these two. I don't know if it's fair to compare them. I don't know anything about, you know, I know that I like this brand, but that doesn't mean this isn't a good brand. So that's something that I'm interested in doing, if anyone is interested in watching that. And the last couple of things are just really silly. I picked up one of these, and I don't do a lot of cutting on the cutting mat for like my Cricut. A lot of times when I do Cricut projects, I don't do things that are really intricate, because I'm really bad at weeding, and I get really, I don't know, either lazy or just can't focus, and end up either keeping the cut on the mat for way too long, or not doing a stellar job. So I got one of these, and when I was looking at it, I was thinking that it really could also be one of those things where you put a piece of sponge in it inside, and then you put your glue bottle upside down. Someone's probably thought of this before, but or something like that. And so I'm going to do a couple of little things, different things with this guy, but I got this in. I'm going to try it out. And these aren't new, but I'm going to be doing a whole set of happy birthday cards. I don't know that I'm going to do a full as many as, but I think I'll do as many as I can bear to do from one paper pack. I don't know that I'll kill the entire thing, but I'm going to use this because I am lacking birthday cards in my stash, and that's most of what I send out or hand out. And so I'll be doing that. I'm also hoping that Disneyland remains open so that I can go visit there in October. So I'll be doing, I think, maybe a 4x4 or a 5x5 album out of this, and go from there. Now this one is the Spring Market. I saw somebody use it recently online, and it was just gorgeous. So I decided to pull it out and use it up. So on our vacation, week before last, we got stranded on a Thursday, or we didn't get stranded, our flight got canceled. And luckily, so the airline was not able to reschedule us for 3 more days. So it was Thursday. They said they could reschedule us for Sunday, because the flights didn't fly in to where I live every day on that airline, and they don't have agreements with other airlines. So, in addition to saying, hey, guess what, your flight's canceled and we're not going to pay for hotel or anything, they could only rebook us. The quickest thing that they could do is rebook us to a city that is about 4.5 hours away from where we live. So we had to get rebooked. We had to rent a car and drive from that city home. So we stopped at a thrift store on the way, and I don't know why you needed that entire story, but it was a very planes, trains, and automobiles kind of situation. So I picked up this Yahtzee, and I didn't even really look at it to see if the pieces are in here. But look, it's got one of the original, I don't know what year they started making Yahtzee. I don't know what year this one was made, but I love this old box because you might know that I love this old kind of mid-century design. And it has the original little paper pad, the scorecards, and it has the original booklet. So I am thinking that along with some of that Stephen Duncan Family Night paper, I might make some cards or some kind of collage, or something mixed media kind of, just because that sounds like a fun thing to try. I'm not really good at mixed media. I mean, if mixed media is paper and more paper and glue and ribbon, then I'm really good at it some of the time. But otherwise, I'm not really a mixed media folk. So those are all the things. If you made it this long, then thanks so much for joining me for another video. I should have an actual craft video up for you guys in the next couple days and be back to my schedule of 2.5 videos per week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings and will give me a thumbs up. And I hope everyone is doing well. If you are interested in any of the projects, let me know in the comments below, because I definitely, need help trying to decide what to make first. So thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Mic check 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2 3 4.